Welcome to the carnage.
And welcome back to the carnage. Apparently, according to most of the videos that I see nowadays, modern Western women think that men are useless, and they make the videos basically to tell us as much. Go as far as to say that men provide absolutely no value to them whatsoever, not realizing that they live in one of the most modernized countries with all the conveniences that most people would cream their panties over in other countries, that men have built an infrastructure for them so that they could, in fact, be comfortable and have good lives. That, of course, being apparently no value to them. Not sure what kind of value they expect from a man outside of providing them the world in which they live, but apparently men are useless. So that's what these videos are going to tell us today, and we will go ahead and break it down and see if men are truly useless. Here we go.
There's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. Why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
Any thoughts, Andrew, on that clip?
I disavow completely the view. I'm sorry that all of you had to be subjected to that. But to the topic at hand, yeah, of course, women need men. There's quite a delusional take going around that they don't. Men are the ones who keep all infrastructure going. Without men, women would be unable to exist effectively at all. And it's not just due to reproduction. If you were to take all men out tomorrow, most of the women on planet Earth would essentially die out probably within the first year or two. But if you were to do it in reverse, hypothetically, men would probably be just fine, live into their old age, and that would be the end of the human race, but men would probably be okay.
On today's episode of Why All Mankind Should Be Extinct, always go to this coffee shop that I'm obsessed with near my house. One of the workers there just been rizzing me up. This man's will give me free shit every time I come in. The other day, he's like, I'll see you on Tuesday. Like, no DoorDash, you're gonna come in. Because sometimes I order DoorDash because I'm lazy. But I was at work Tuesday in the city, so I wasn't on Staten Island. I'm in today, and he's like, where were you on Tuesday? My sister made Dubai chocolate, and I had some for you. He's like, are you gonna be here tomorrow? Because I'll just bring it tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know yet, but I'll let you know. And he's like, yeah, let me get your Instagram. You can let me know. And then I'm like about to give it to him, and he's like, wait, I can't. My fiance doesn't let me follow other girls. Sir, does your fiance let you call me your favorite customer and literally risen me up left and right? I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, apparently being nice to a woman automatically means that that man wants to smash, apparently, I guess. And yeah, it doesn't sound like if he literally threw that out there in the middle of a conversation to you. Oh, sorry, my fiance doesn't appreciate me following other women. That means he was just being nice to you. He likes you as, a person maybe, or that you are his favorite customer. Who knows? But it didn't seem to me like she got it. And she's super pissed off, obviously, that he's taken and he was being nice to her because, she thought that was going down the path of something eventually.
Do we need men? Women need men in this world. Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because we can be strong, independent women.
Do we need men?
No.
No? Do we need men?
We need men to make us super.
Do we need men? Do we need men? Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Do you need a man?
Oh, God.
Do you need a man? Do we need men?
No.
Why? Do we need men?
No.
No, why?
Nobody needs men.
Really?
We do not need men.
Why not? Why don't we need men?
Why would I need men?
So what can you get from someone else that you don't get from a man?
The only thing I can get from a man that I can't get anywhere else is dick.
Okay.
And I don't need dick.
Do we need women?
Women make us feel compassionate and affectionate.
Do we need women?
Of course we do.
Do we need women?
Yes.
We do. Why?
These women are
Do
awesome.
we need women?
Of course.
Why?
They're beautiful.
Do we?
And there you go. And that's the difference between most of the videos that you do see nowadays between, men and women is that most men are like, yeah, absolutely, we need women. Like, women are great. We live in a society, as men where we appreciate the things that ladies do. But yet the mass majority of women are so brainwashed by this like new age of feminism that they're told you don't need men, you're better than men, be competitive with men, do everything you possibly can to make men feel like, trash. That is your agenda. That's what you need to do. And unfortunately, it has worked in a lot of ways, because a lot of these comments I see on these videos are from other men being like, "Yeah, we're just terrible. We're useless. We're sorry, ladies. We should be able to do better." And just those fucking soy cuck boys. I wish that there was a way that I could reach through TCP/IP, right through the internet, and just fucking and be like, dude, snap out of it. What is wrong with you, man? Like, sit there and let these videos and these women make you think that you're completely useless. You add no value to the world. It's just sad. And it's sad to see a lot of these guys feel that way. And hopefully, one day they wake up.
We need men.
We need men now because, yeah, they're half the population. Like, if you were to go back to the beginning of history and for some reason men just never really existed, women probably would have built up their own infrastructure and civilization, but that's not how it happened. So yeah, we need men to continue.
Where would they have done this?
I said if men didn't exist. Obviously they would have had to do it if men didn't exist.
Yeah, they would have. Where could they have done this?
What do you mean? On planet Earth? I'm saying if you go back to...
there are physiological differences between men and women. You would have to concede that that's true, correct?
Well, if men didn't exist, the physiological differences wouldn't matter.
No, they would still very much matter, even if men did not exist, because women are not capable of building the kind of infrastructure that men can due to simple things like heat regulation.
Disagree.
Yeah, you can disagree until you're blue in the face, but truth is truth. I see these videos where these women are saying, "Oh, I don't need a man. Look," and they're like drilling or hammering something or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's real cool. Why don't you ask the rest of the women to join you? Because I guarantee you 97.9% of them would be like, "Nah, you do you, boo. I'm happy where I'm at over here, slurping on a fucking Slurpee and showing my pink taco online for money. You go ahead and build houses there, lady." And that's exactly what would happen. If men disappeared tomorrow, most women would not step up and be like, all right, I'm going to, start laying concrete, and I'm going to clean out the sewers, and I'm going to collect the trash, and I'm going to go up on the power lines. I'm going to do all these dangerous jobs that men do. And typically most men that do these jobs, by the time they're 50 years old, I mean, they're broke down. I've done construction. It's not easy, and I'm a big guy.
Men are incapable of helping when inconvenienced because they have been conditioned to live in a world where everything exists for their convenience, meaning that you can bend over backwards for them not to be inconvenienced 7 or 8 times. The 9th time, when they have to do something they don't want to do, they're going to say, "What about me?" They have never considered the level of inconvenience that you have gone through, where it's absolutely necessary for them to be inconvenienced, because they didn't see any of the inconvenience you've experienced up until this point. Girlfriends, wives, kids, even the fucking power structure all exist to make their life more convenient. They are trained to find a wife who does shit for you so that your life can be more convenient. Find kids that look good and make you look like a family man, because being a family man is valued and therefore makes your life more convenient. On the other hand, women and children are socialized to struggle in silence, to suffer in silence. Therefore, those 7, 8, 9 times where you were inconvenienced, you didn't say, "Oh, this is inconvenient for me." You said, "Happy to help." And so it never occurred to them that it was inconvenient for you. And what would it look like if you said, "This is fucking inconvenient for me. I don't want to do it, but I will do it for you"? Or if you bring up in retrospect all of the times that you were inconvenienced, the men will probably meet you with something like, "Well, why didn't you say anything?" Not at all being cognizant of the fact that, like, you are half of this marriage. This is your child. Like, a lot of this weight should be on you, but it's solely falling on me because you don't have to be inconvenienced to even think about what is or is not convenient for other people, because everybody sort of seems to be just revolving around you, especially depending on the type of mother these men have. And I would elaborate, but I feel like the people who know what I'm saying know exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Therefore, I'd only be elaborating for men, and I have to be somewhere in 9 minutes, and being late is not convenient for me.
So, okay, she's absolutely got some weird fucking views in her head, because this isn't the 1950s anymore, right? I don't know a lot of men who are fathers that do not contribute to the raising of their children, and men are just as inconvenienced in a marriage as women are. Do you think it's convenient for us to, hey, the fucking grass is tall, you need to go cut it. Hey, that fence is falling down, I need you to go repair it. Hey, the toilet's leaking, I need you to go fix that, right? The millions of little fucking things around the house that break just based on wear and tear. So we're highly inconvenienced all the time too, lady. You just don't want to recognize it because you're thinking from a female perspective of, "Oh, I had to change an extra fucking diaper today because my husband was, too busy doing something else that's contributing to the motherfucking household." And this is I hate this mentality from women that they feel just because they're taking on a little bit of extra of the child care so that men can go provide and work 80 hours a week and fix all the shit around the house, that's just not enough for them. No, they want you to do all that, and they want you to take on extra stuff that they should be doing, especially, women who sit around all fucking day, don't have a job, they get provided for by a man, and you're inconvenienced because what? You get to put kids down for a nap at fucking noon, and then you get 2 hours of watching TV. Oh, that is such a fucking inconvenience.
I'm gonna make it. If
I'm
all
okay
men
with that.
were to disappear, the immediate catastrophe that would be.
For who?
Immediate catastrophe. I don't think...
How?
Okay, so water, sewage, electricity, gas, fuel, refinement, telecommunications, IT infrastructure, road maintenance, delivery drivers, police, fire rescue.
How about other things like fracking, electrical maintenance, nuclear engineering, like the list goes on and on and on.
Critical infrastructure, if all men disappeared, would fail within hours. The telecom network, loss of power would be... because there's nobody maintaining it.
I guess I just don't care about technology enough to care if the power goes out.
If
What
you
about
take
your
away 50%
OnlyFans,
of
though?
any population,
That's true.
Yeah, of course. As soon as somebody mentioned her OnlyFans, right? Then it's like, oh yeah, no, you're right. I need men to pay me money so I can show my taco online. And if there was no power, I couldn't do that. So, okay, I guess I need men for that. Fucking useless.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm going to say it. Some of y'all aren't going to like it. Doesn't make it any less true. But feminism has taught women that they don't need a man. Until something happens and a life situation comes up and it requires a man. I'll give you a couple examples. Your car breaks down. Who do you typically call? A man. When the power goes out, who's going to go climb those lines and get them working again? A man. When there's danger in the middle of the night, you've got your man next to you. Am I right? This second wave of feminism has taught women that relying on men is some kind of weakness, but in all reality, it's not. The more that this second wave of feminism has tried to erase men, the more it proves how essential they really are. Good men aren't obsolete. They are the backbone of stability, protection, and provision. Now, pretending otherwise isn't empowerment. It's delusion. So here's the question I propose to you guys. If men are so unnecessary, why is it that we go to them every time something truly matters? Get in my comments.
Yeah, exactly. She's 100% right, and that's the thing. I mean, the video before hers proved it. As soon as she mentioned, "Oh, but you wouldn't be able to, show your banana all over the internet if men didn't exist." And of course, she had that epiphany, right? Of, oh yeah, you're right. I guess I somewhat need men for something. And it's funny that when you do bring up some of these arguments, they're so quick to be like, "Well, I could do that. I could hang drywall." No, you can't. Like, well, yeah, I could. It's like, no, you really can't. That's the thing, is you don't understand how heavy that shit is. And when you're doing like a ceiling, for example, I don't know many women that could sit positioned under, a 100-pound piece of fucking drywall trying to hang a ceiling. It would be fun to watch, right? I mean, in a way, it would be fun to watch, but realistically, no. And even, let's say hypothetically that a woman could do that, most women wouldn't want to anyways. So, of course, they need men for those things. And it's just, it's a sad world we live in nowadays where men feel completely underappreciated. The guys who, not the high-value men that a lot of these other channels talk about, the multimillionaires, they got a Bugatti and a mansion and, fucking live the high life. I'm talking about real men, the everyday guy. The guy that, lays the fucking, pavement. The guy who does the sewers. The guy who picks up the trash. The guy who comes to put the fires out. The guy who arrests criminals. The backbone of everybody's convenient life, including women's. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Are men useless, or is this just a delusion that modern-day feminism has taught women? Just leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you all on the next video.